everybody, and today working on the bumper. This is the original one. Very rusty. Plan is kind of use the step part and the side pieces coming down, but pretty much this where it's all rusted out. Cut all that off, cut out the hitch. I got this hitch from 2003 Silverado. I try to cut that up and mount it up in there and try to keep it up a little higher, try to hide it. And then I got some old pieces from a trailer. I'm gonna try to use these sections here, this like 2x4, 2x5, whatever. Do it like the other one where it was mounted on the bottom and it just came out, and they just welded on the frame rail on each side. And I think that should do it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine. When you're
So here's what we got. It's all cut down. So that back piece is what goes onto that, and it's gonna come down, and the bottom part right here should come up right at the bottom of the frame rail. My thinking is I use this. This will sit at the bottom of the frame rail. I'll weld it along the top there, and then that will have a tab each side and I'll bolt onto it. That way the bumper can be removed, and this will just basically be the extension of the frame. It is a new day working on Tonka here. So this is the old bumper that came off of it. It's still not that solid. There's still like a lot of like pitting and stuff, but as far as the actual like structure goes, it's still good. So what I want to use it, got parts of an old trailer that I want to fill in the back there, and of course there's gonna be a little hole where that hitch receiver is gonna come out. I got it up there, I got it centered with the body and the chassis and everything, so that's all good. I'm not sure how far I need to get it to stick out, at least far enough so it's like flush with the bumper, and I think that'll look best, work best. So there's the hitch on there tacked in. So we got the hitch all welded on there, and I was playing around with some different things, just trying to see what would work best as far as the strength of the hitch. And I kind of got these 2x6s that I cut off, and I was just gonna do it on the end and then weld the hitch to it, but I think this will be best because the hitch is welded to the frame, and then I can weld this right onto the frame and all the way around the receiver here, and that'll give it plenty of like strength. I think that will be good because I cut it so it'll just like slide right up in there nice and tight, and it'll give it the little ledge that the bumper needs to sit on. So kind of killing two birds with one stone here. Okay, so I've got two of these. They both slide up in there. They both stick out 5 3/4 inch, which is just what I need, just like so. This one's got a little bigger gap, but we'll work with it. So I got weld through primer on the bottom and the frame, so that when they're sandwiched together they won't completely rust out like the rest of the bed has. I want to kind of keep the frame nice. I mean, the bed's kind of We'll go ahead and get those on there. Oh, there we go. There is the permanent-ish structure on there. Got it all welded up. Got it all welded around the frame, around each side of the hitch. So it's going to give it plenty of, I'm not sure what it is, torsion. Plenty of torsion stability, I guess would be the word. Painted, since I welded it all, it was still warm, so I wanted to paint it so the paint will dry quick. I was thinking I might just use like one of these big old things, cut it off and use like a big bolt with a washer on it, and I think that would be able to go on there. So I want to be able to take this off if I have to, just because of the bed. If the bed ever needs to come off, that's like the only reason. Otherwise I would weld it on like it was before, but I don't really want to do that. I kind of want to keep it temporary. So it's getting a little dark. I painted both the back sides. You can see bumper on there. It's bolted on. It's bolted right on the top. You see how the receiver's just peeking out. Exactly what I want. Okay, I'm down to my last grinder wheel here. I've been cutting on the little backing plate that's going to go on the back of the bumper here. I did drill and I got them bolted down, so the bumper itself is tight. It's on there solid, and that's going to go on the back to fill it in, and then cut a little hole there, and then that's going to add a little bit of stability to like the steps and stuff, so it doesn't bend when you step on it. And it's also going to make it look cool with just one little hole there. All right, so there is the bumper all welded up, bolted on. Done. I know it's dark out, but that's when I do all my work, because I get off work and I just come home and I work on it. That came out, I mean, pretty much perfect, nice and tucked. See if you can see here. There's a receiver. It's got the two hook mounts for the chains. Got the trailer plug. Got it all welded up and painted. Now, the old hitch was connected to that reinforcement thing, so I might do a bar on the back of the receiver to that later. Like if it doesn't seem like it's going to be strong enough, I might do that. So we'll definitely do that in the future. Anyways, that's gonna wrap up the step bumper and the hitch video. You know, like and subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you all for staying around and watching. See you in the next one.